Hello, everyone, and welcome to our MLS State of the Union. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Thank you. All right, Wallstreet, we're going to come back to you, sir. I see we have Cheryl on the line. Cheryl, you were here early, girl. Welcome. Hello, Soulful Chicago. I know that's Asada. Welcome. Hey, Narissa, welcome. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to first just say thank you to everyone for all your prayers and well wishes. I know some people thought I quit. No, I'm not going anywhere. Unfortunately, I just had a rough time here with what's called a flare. So I was just sick, and I am still going through part of it, but I'm getting better and better every day, and so excited to be back among our MLS family. So I'm going to go ahead, guys, and start it off, of course, with our intro, and I'll be back in about 4 minutes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another MLS Experience. You have the ability to experience MLS through our members, our weekly live events, and our social media sites. This is our MLS State of the Union. We have this event every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, this event is where we spend time collaborating with our members and our guests. We share corporate updates, recognition, and there's always some golden nuggets being shared from our founder and visionary, Mr. Darry Perkinson, or one of our leaders.
Disclaimer: we are not licensed financial advisors. This information is for educational purposes only. Anything heard on this broadcast is not intended to be a substitute for you obtaining accounting, tax, and financial advice from a licensed professional. Beware of scammers. We will never comment, inbox, or email you requesting you to send Bitcoin to receive Bitcoin, or any coin for that matter.
Now, if you are live on our Facebook page or on our YouTube page, do me a favor. In the comments, go ahead and say hello. Tell us where you're tuning in from, your city, your state, even your country. We have members and guests all over the world. If you are a guest, let us know who invited you. How did you get the invitation? Who texted you? Where did you see it? Was it posted on someone's Facebook wall or on their YouTube channel? Go ahead and say who invited you, okay? And then, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this broadcast on replay or repeat, let us know that too in the comments as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't keep this information secret. Please share. And once again, thank you for joining our broadcast. Enjoy our MLS song, and we will be back in about 2 minutes.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only a few knew well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency. 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 Changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing a $20 to 1. Call MLS system to have some fun.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
All right. And yes, cryptocurrency is changing how the world does business. It's actually causing a big upset here. But I tell you what, it has been amazing for the members in MLS because it has changed how we do business, right? It has changed how we live our lives. I'm always proud to say that for me, last year when everybody was having a rough time with the pandemic, because of MLS, I was very blessed. So we just hope that everyone continues to learn from the products we have, learn from each other, hang in there during rough times because it's definitely, a lot going on in the world now, right? And, when you're sick, guys, you have a lot of time to lay up in the bed and think because you can't go anywhere and you can't do anything else. And I've also absolutely have had over a month of that, right? So it is so good to be back. So good to see you guys. Hello, Janice King. Hello, Vernon. Hello, Jenny Moore. 365. Who is that? 365 Empower. You got to tell me who you are.
Rhonda K. Hicks.
Okay, I see it now. All right. Hello. Evella Barnes, Vanessa. Thank you guys for giving us a shout out. Thank you, Michael. Michael checks on me all the time. I really appreciate you. Really appreciate you guys. So, hey, let's go ahead and get started. For those of you that may be guests, right? And you were invited to come out, see what MLS is all about. I want to let you know that this is not a presentation. It's not a presentation that we do on Monday nights. This is called our State of the Union, right? And this is just when we come together and go over any updates. Wallstreet kind of updates us once a week on what's going on in the crypto industry. And a lot of times he also may do, give us some golden nuggets in reference to some of the trainings that we offer, some of the education that we offer. But I always like to just give you a quick overview of what MLS is, right? Like, what does MLS stand for? Well, it stands for Massive Leverage System. And we are breaking the chains of financial scarcity. Okay. That is our main goal. Now, our company, it was actually created on the foundation of 5 pillars of wealth. Okay. Those 5 pillars are creating cash flow, acquiring precious metals, including Bitcoin. Okay. Infinite banking, learning to trade, and acquiring real estate. Now, just think about that, guys. These 5 things together. How awesome of a wealth that you can create for your family if you take advantage of all of those, right? All 5 of those. That would be so awesome. I know I've personally learned 3 of them, okay? And I can't wait to learn infinite banking and uh how to trade. That's my next goal. I want to learn how to trade, right? And then of course, we have 10 financial education courses, right? So this is how they're broken down. The first course is Crypto 101 and 102. And then there is our extreme credit. And when we say extreme credit, we're not talking about, a $500 credit card. We're talking about extreme credit. We're talking about 6 figures in credit. Okay. Then there's intro to business, how to set up your business. We don't want you to just join the club. We want you to take this club and make it an LLC. We want to teach you how to set up your business properly and then learn how to continue to run it with the right tools. Okay. Then there is business credit. Like, we're talking about learning how to obtain business credit without using your personal credit. Okay. Then there's solo 401k. I always like to talk about this because this is one of the features that drew me to the business. I've been self-employed since 1996, and I didn't know that it was possible to get a 401k on my own, right? I'm just thinking I'm just won't have one because it's just me. But that's what drove me here, right? And then there is ALOCs and HELOCs. Those are your advanced lines of credit. We teach you how to pay off your mortgage in record time and then also live in your home mortgage free, right? We have people that actually have paid off 2, 3, and 4 mortgages in like 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. Okay. So if you have a mortgage right now, you should be knocking a door down to join this club so you can learn how to get rid of that mortgage, right? Then there's intro to trading. We have a trading academy where you are actually able to learn from Mr. Wallstreet personally. All right. Infinite banking. I never heard of this actually until I joined the club. How would you like to learn how to take advantage of a whole life insurance policy while you're still alive, right? And then there's offshore accounts and venture capitalists. Now, the venture capitalists, when we get here, guys, I'm telling you, we are doing really, really well. This is when we're going to learn how to purchase these, shall I say, large um, buildings and apartment complexes and do things together in what they call angel investing, right? This is when you learn these different levels of education. So, yes, we talk about crypto a lot. That is not all that MLS has to offer. And then I cannot stop or leave without telling you about the gentleman that created this whole program. Okay. His name is Darry Perkinson. We call him Wallstreet lovingly. That's his nickname. And he is our founder and visionary. He is a computer programmer and a master trader. Now, if you are not familiar with the term master trader, it just means that he is able to trade on several different types of trading platforms. Okay. And he does very well, right? He is also a retired master sergeant. He served 20 years in our United States Army, and we thank him for those years of service. Now, Wallstreet, guys, he was born in Newark, New Jersey, and he's not ashamed to tell you, hey, he grew up in welfare, but he did not stay there, guys. He didn't use it as an excuse, okay? He changed that. He changed his life, shall I say, from being on welfare to being a millionaire. Okay. And I always say, if you want to know how to be a millionaire, then you hang out with some. You rub elbows with some. You can't hang out with your broke friends now and learn how to be a millionaire. So, one of his famous phrases is, if you walk with me, I will make you a millionaire. So, we are walking with him. We're not running, we're not jumping, we're not trying to speed past. We are walking with him so that we can learn from him and then use what he has taught us. Okay. Use what he's taught us. That's what he calls paying him his dividends, right? So, guys, I'm going to go ahead now and step on out of the way and turn it over to our founder and visionary, Mr. Wallstreet. Darry, you got the floor.
I appreciate you, Pam. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, I am excited to be here. Had a good day, making some things happen. Got some training going on. And, you know, one thing that I realized in my journey is that a lot of people want to, they call it securing the bag or get the bag to become wealthy. A lot of people want that, but a lot of people don't do what it takes to get it. It's always an excuse. And so tonight's call, I'm going to talk about you becoming a banking system. Now, there's a lot of information that I give out on how you can become the bank, but a very few people take that information and do something with it, right? I need you before this year is over, and we only got 2.5 months. It's almost over, right? 2.5 months. It's done. This year, we're going into 2022. So we got to start taking some ownership of what we want to do. It can't just be a call that you attend, and then this week, next week, the following week, every week after that, there's no progression. We got to get progression. When I started to build my million, it had to be, I had to stay focused. I had to take action. I had to stay disciplined. I got to keep doing it, right? You got to keep, you can't stop. There is no stopping on your way to becoming financially free, whatever that word means to you, because everybody meaning of financially free is not the same. Mine might be, you know, $5 million, and yours might be $500 a month, right? It all depends on what you want to become financially free. So we got to sit down. We got to write down some goals. We got to see what we're really doing. So today's topic is how to become the bank. Now, what does that mean? How do I become the bank? The bank in the state that we're in right now, and we're talking about the way of we're in the information age, right? You had the Renaissance, you had the Renaissance time, you had the industrial age, you had the information age, which we're in right now. And the information age is in transformation. What do I mean by that? We got into computers. And when computers first came out, they had no idea that it was going to be a money system, right? It was mainly for text and research. Then it got to the point where people started getting computers. Then we started getting to the point where not only do we see chat boards, then we started introducing the mobile community. Now everything, who knew that everything would be going mobile? Like millions and billions of dollars is being transformed through a mobile device. I want you to think about that. Billions of dollars is being transformed from the mobile device. People are making $1 million, $5 million, $100 million, literally on their phones, on their cell phones. Now, I want you to think about your cell phone and what do you use your cell phone for? Because most people use their cell phone to gossip. Just gossip, talk, how things going. That's it. They don't look at it as a money device. They don't look at their computers, their laptops, their tablets as a money device. It is a way for you, no matter what your age, it could be done as a money device. Okay. So that's the first thing. Understand what you have, the tools you have. There's no excuse why you can't make money, because most people, even the ones on welfare, even the ones that lost their job, they have a cell phone. And as a matter of fact, most of you carry your cell phone to the bathroom, when you take a shower, when you go, it's sitting by you by the bed, when you go to sleep, wake up in the morning, your cell phone is right there with you, right? So there's no excuse. The tool is already there. The tool needs a system. So the systems, even if you have nothing to sell, you have nothing to sell, the systems, it's already there for you to start creating wealth, right? So let me give you an example. MLS Bitcoin Club. We got a system that you don't even have to own. You got a system where you can create cash flow from that system without you trying to develop it yourself. It's already developed for you. I did that already. It's already there for you. And so the banking system that we created for you in this system is, for one, is education. You got crypto. Most people just came out with this crypto thing, 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012. People didn't know what to do with it. They didn't know how to secure it, right? 2013, it got a little better. 2014 is when I first seen it. 2014, it was still kind of difficult to get it. I didn't really know where to store it, how to secure it. A lot of things was happening. 2015, I watched it up and down. 2016, I pulled the trigger. I got in, I saw it go from $200 to $400, back down to $2, back up to $486, and I grabbed it. I went on Facebook and I said, hey guys, if Bitcoin breaks 486, I believe it's going to go to $1,000. By January 2017, it got to $1,000. By February, March, April, May, June, it got to like 10,000. Then by December, it's $20,000. Who knew that system, if you would have jumped in there, that you would have made tremendous amount of cash flow, right? A tremendous amount of cash flow. Then here comes 2020. March of 2020, Bitcoin went from 20,000 all the way back down to $3,500 a coin, and people ran away. Oh, I knew this thing wasn't no good. Jamie Dimon even this past week said Bitcoin is a scam. Bitcoin is worthless. However, we're going to support the people and help them get Bitcoin now, right? This was just made this week. 2 years ago, he just called it worthless. You do anything with Bitcoin, I'm going to fire you. And now he said, well, we got to give our people what they want. The younger people are seeing the opportunity on how they can transform their life financially with this tool called crypto. Okay. And look what happened. So many people became millionaires, to include me, overnight with this system. And some of you are on your way becoming millionaires as well. Some of you probably already millionaires, just waiting for the pop. It's just there. The 7 figures. People says, well, I got to get to the 7 figures. That's, that's the calling card to be a millionaire, right? 7 figures. Now, some of you have been with me for years. You've been with me since 2016. Some of you have been with me 2015, 2016, right? You've been with me this long, and some of you made some decent money in different programs, right? And MLS, a lot of folks came in, a lot of folks left. They saw the Bitcoin come and go. They saw it rise. They saw it fall. And we're used to seeing Bitcoin take a dip. This is our 4th time seeing Bitcoin take a major dip, but we don't run. We grab more when it's down. For the folks that grabbed the Bitcoin at $3,500 in March, which I said, stick your toe in. It's a great time to stick your toe in March of 2020. Even if you just had got a little bit, one bit, $3,500 worth is one Bitcoin. Today, that's worth $57,000. Right now, it's $57,006. $57,000. Just think about that. And when the high this year was 64,000, we only $7,000 away from the all-time high. And I believe we're going to break through it. I want you to ask yourself a question. Are you in the banking system? Are you ready to make yourself a bank? So from the crypto to the insurance to the, learn to trade to the, all this is the system to help you become the bank. Now, what does that mean though, to become the bank? That means you can borrow from yourself. You don't have to use the third party. You don't have to use the third party. You literally can bank from yourself. We talked about the family banking system, right? Just to recap a little bit, you had about 10 to 20 people in your family. You get together, you put in $500 a month, and it goes to an account, and all of a sudden you guys can create, $100,000, $200,000 in the next 3, 5, 6, 10 months, depending on what you're putting in there, right? And then next year you do it. You keep doing it for the first 2 years, and then you can start helping the family buy cars. The banking system can buy the car. You give the loan to the member and help them buy cars, buy houses. You help them, and everybody continues to contribute, and you be a good steward to the foundation that you created, right? So, for example, if we got the family bank and I got my family here, and I said, hey, we're gonna give you $30,000 to go ahead and get you a brand new car. The car is paid for. Here's the title. Everything's done. And your job is to pay back 10% of the 30,000. Pay back the whole 30,000 plus 10%, because you paying back the family bank. So we can reuse it again for the next member of the family. And we just keep doing that, whether it's going to be houses, apartment complexes. What we're doing is not just a theory. It can be practical. It could be something that you guys are doing, for the family. If the family can get together as a family and not just see each individual in the family as independent, that's the biggest crime we have right now, right? Is when you're here to teach people how to become wealthy, and they refuse to take the lessons because they believe they could do better on their own. It's a terrible way to think about it. When we can work together so much faster, like the Rothschilds, like the Rockefellers, right? Those names are there for a reason. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, it's there for a reason, right? They learn how to work together as a family unit. Every family didn't do it. So many families die broke because they never created a banking system. The insurance is only a tool. Crypto is only a tool, right? The education is more important than the tool, the education. A lot of people join MLS, the massive leverage system. A lot of folks join it, but they don't gain the knowledge that we provide, because they only see in the short term, which is the gold, right? Which is what we call, if you listen to The Richest Man in Babylon, it was always talking about the gold. I'm going to work for this gold to get the gold. I'm going to spend the gold, get the gold, spend the gold, get the gold, spend the gold. But instead of creating babies or slaves to the gold, so you can have more gold working hard for you, right? That never gets tired. This is the new age we're in. Cryptocurrency is the new gold 2.0. It is it. Absolutely. There's no doubt in my mind how my life turned out, and it's still getting better, still progressing to a higher level if it wasn't for crypto. And ask yourself a question for all the folks that's in crypto right now with us. Is your life financially getting better? Absolutely. If you're doing the work, no doubt about it. People says, well, Wallstreet, your program is designed to invite others to join. Every business is designed to bring others in. But if you don't want to do it, you have to do it. The answer is no. The education is still there. You don't have to bring anybody in. You just be a customer. Just get the education and learn. You won't even get paid from the network. The way we got it, the way the new system is coming out, you won't get paid as a customer. You just be a customer just to get the education. Unless you want to get paid from the system or receive crypto from the system, then you can do it by becoming a bona fide member, right? You can get paid from it, receive crypto from it for free. Think about the system we built, how to get Bitcoin crypto for free. It's powerful. It's powerful. So becoming a bank, your mindset to become the bank, it literally needs to be a system where you can invite the family. Because if you think about it, guys, we are dying. When you look at what's going on out here today, I went to a graveyard this past weekend, and it was so many people. The graveyard is running out of room. Can you imagine that? A graveyard is running out of room because so many people are dying because of COVID, cancer, whatever the case may be. But people are dying. And a lot of people are dying without a bank. People got to put together, fish drives and, be going on Facebook and asking for money to help bury somebody. To me, that's a shame. I think that's a shame that we got to go look for strangers to help the family get the money to help bury somebody. And pretty soon it won't be places to bury people. You're going to have to get a cremation, right? And just think about that, guys. It hit me this weekend because of what I seen. It hit me this weekend because of what people are going through, and they constantly passing away, with nothing. Like literally the family has nothing. And when there's a breadwinner, whether there's a male or female, right? When there's a breadwinner that passes, the strain, the feeling of being lost is so strong that they don't even know what to do. They wish they die with their partner. How sad is that? I can't do this by myself. I want to die too. I don't want to be a part of this. Suicide is going up in teenagers. It's just terrible when I start thinking about what's happening. And so we, the educated people, which is you, have to start really transitioning the ideas about money. And you got to relay those ideas about money to the family so we don't have to be in that situation. I really don't want us to be in that situation. There's no reason for us to be in a situation, right? I've been listening to other podcasts. People are making millions of dollars. And I get it, people making millions of dollars, but everybody is not going to make $1 million. It's possible for everybody to make $1 million, but everybody's not going to make $1 million, right? But if we can get together as a family and we can grow the wealth in the family, $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $3,000 a month, it can start building, and a change will come to the family. It cannot be the individual person in the family. It has to be the family. It has to roll down to the kids. Your education on becoming a bank cannot just be in your hands, only in your brain, only on your computer. It has to be transitioned to the other members of the family. Hopefully they listen. Hopefully, because I know I go through my own challenges. Hopefully they listen, right? But our job is to continue to relay the information to the rest of the family. And hopefully somebody gets it and they ready to go. They ready to start transitioning. They ready to start making things happen. That's what we got to do. To become the bank is to pay ourselves the interest. You can't cheat the bank. When you go to the bank down the street, whether it's Chase, Fidelity, Regions, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, there's so many different banks out there, right? You go to all these different banks out there and you go borrow money. What are they going to do? What are they going to do to you? You got to pay interest. If you use a credit card, it is a float, but you got to pay interest, right? Unless you beat the interest payment every single month by paying off the bill every single month, then you can use their money, right? But we're gonna dive more into this about becoming the bank. But here's the main idea. When you become the bank, you treat the money in the family as a bank. You can't just go wilding out and just spend it. You have to create the interest. You got to be able to use the money to repurchase assets. Every single bank is trying to do what with the funds? They are trying to loan the funds to get more interest on it and to acquire more assets. Let's define what an asset is. An asset must be able to pay you cash flow back today and also in the future. I want you to think about a mortgage. When you get a mortgage from the bank, you are paying that mortgage supposedly be 4%, 5%, 6%, right? For 30 years. The average person that uses a mortgage, they may have a 4% loan, but they're actually paying 60 to 70% per year in your very first year. Not 4%, 60 to 70%, even though the interest rate is only 4%. Say, wait a minute, how's that possible? What that means is you're paying back 3 times as much money in the 30 years that you're supposed to pay that's above the house. If your house is $200,000, you might be paying between $550,000 to $600,000 in 30 years. You see, the long-term approach, they got time. Your business, your banking system has to be applied to like a business. So your people in the family has to pay the interest back to the family bank. That's how the family bank keeps growing. I want you to think about your bank accounts right now, right? Most people, you talk to your family, what do you have in your bank account? Most people don't have, they got less than $10,000. Most people are working check to check. They already did the studies on it. Most people work check to check. Most people float negative balances every single week. What does that mean? They spent more money than they received. They spent more money than they received. That means they're in a negative, right? They got checks bouncing. A lot of people like that right now today. There's no money left over. They don't have enough money to survive the whole month. They got to ask family, hey, can you help me pay this bill? I need some extra money to go grocery shopping, right? I don't have, there's not enough. And the bad part is they're not open to new opportunities. They know the job is not enough cash flow. I work at this job. It's not enough cash flow. That's all I can do. That's it. I can't do no more. We got to change that mindset. That's why it's important for the family to get to calls like this. It's important for the family to get to the calls because what they believe is not real. They're not educated enough. They got the fear keeping them back, and they want somebody else to fix it. They're looking for somebody else to fix the issue with money, right? Oh, I don't have enough money, but I know you're doing something in that club. I need you to give me the money to help pay for this. That's up to you to do it, right? I can't tell you don't do it, but it's up to you to do it. It's hard to tell the family no, but sometimes you got to get to the point where you have to tell the family no, because it'll never change. They always come to you. The hand is always extended. When I say extended, it's not extended to giving. It's extended for them to receive from you. And let's say you give them $1,000 thinking that, okay, I'm gonna give you $1,000 to help pay that stuff. And then a month later, their hand is extended again to fix their financial issue again. And the hand is always extended. That's an issue. We have to get that has to change. So how do you fix it? How do you get them to become the bank? We got to get the family to become the bank. The banking system is here. We can become the bank. Us, everybody in this club, family can become the bank. You just got to push it. You got to tell them. You said, listen, I'm willing to help us start our family bank, but we all have to contribute. No longer can you just ask me for money. I'm not the bank for you. We got to create the bank. We got to create the bank, guys. We got to create the bank family. We got to create the bank sister, cousin, uncle, brother, son, daughter. We must become the bank, the family bank. It can't just be you, the only person in the family, trying to raise the whole family, and nobody's contributing to the family but you. You're the only one trying to seek new opportunities. You're the only one seeking new opportunities to create the family bank. We got to change it. Guys, I promise you, it's so many people that have passed, gone, that they did it on their own because the family wouldn't listen to them. They wouldn't approach it. They didn't make the calls. They didn't come, and all of a sudden that person passes away because of whatever, COVID, murder, sickness, cancer, whatever the case was. All of a sudden that now the family's there, spouse is gone, and I don't know what the hell to do. I don't even know who to call. I don't even know what website to go to. I don't even know the accounts, where the money is in the accounts. I can't even get into the crypto to get that out. That's a shame. We got to change it. The mindset has to change. And it's going to take a hell of a push from you to your family to change it. We got to change it, guys. If you don't change it, it ain't never going to change. And that's the sad part. Because sometimes you feel like you're doing it all by yourself. Your family don't care. And you keep going, but you got to keep going to them. And then you must become the butthole. In other words, I'm not giving you no more money. I am tired of doing this by myself. Now, are we going to work together and build this family bank because we can do it? Or are you going to keep giving excuses why you don't want to do it? Why you can't do it? Because there's 24 hours in a day. I never thought that coming from welfare, being black, coming from welfare, joining the military, I never thought that I will become financially free. I used to pawn stuff, take my TVs, my games, pawn my car. I never knew that I would get to the point that I never had to do that. My mindset had to change. My mind had to change. Everything had to change. If you are willing to change, everything around you will change. If you are willing to change, if you are willing to keep and maintain the same excuses, month in, month out, year in, year out for the last 5 years, if you keep with the same excuses, it would never change. All you just looking at it, just day to day, year to year, everything gonna be the same. And as a matter of fact, it may get worse. You know, I was looking at about 6 months ago, 7 months ago, we did a call, and they were showing people in Texas and Atlanta and just different states, like it's just all over, right? All these states, and they were showing cars that was in a round robin for miles, going to stadiums to get groceries for 4 or 5 people, right? They was in cars like Mercedes, Lexuses. They was driving to these places because they ran out of food. They ran out of money. They used to be middle class. They thought they had it figured out. I got this good job, right? I got the education. I got the degrees, right? Bachelor's, master's, PhDs. They got the degrees and they lost the job, and come to find out they was using their savings, and then it was all gone, if they had any savings at all. Now they see themselves driving in line for miles just to get to the location so they can fill their cart up with food, water, stuff like that. And they said, I can't believe I'm in this situation, because they did, the news people was out there, and they couldn't believe they was in this situation. They thought they had it figured out. Okay, here's another instance. In 1929, we had a market crash. In 1929. Prior to that, we had they call it the Roaring 20s. Everything was booming. Money was flowing all through the stock market. Businesses was going crazy. Everything was rolling. In 1929, we had the biggest crash ever in the stock market. In 1929, we had the Roaring 20s market crash at the end of the Roaring 20s, lasted from 29, 30, 31, and 32. What was that? The Great Depression. And what happened in the Great Depression? You had money sitting in the banks. All of a sudden, you go to get your money and you couldn't get in. Your money was taken from you. Taken. Done. That's where the soup lines came in. That's why all the folks you see back then was in soup lines. Now those was the white folks they were showing that was in the soup lines. Where you think the black folks were? They was in a worse situation. You got it? Worse situation than what they were showing in the news, right? Terrible. Then in 1933, my boy, President Roosevelt, says, wait a minute, not only did we bankrupt everybody, now if you got any gold, any physical gold, we got an executive order to turn your gold in to us, and if you don't, you got a 10-year imprisonment. So what do you think they did? They confiscated all the gold. Not only did you bankrupt me, you took away my house, You took away my furniture. You took away my cars. You took away my livelihood. You took away my clothes. You took away my food. You took away everything from me. And now you tell me you got to out. You want my gold too. You want my gold too. And if I don't give it to you, I'm going to jail for 10 years. It probably would have been better in jail than being on the street. Think about what I'm saying to you. That was in 1933. Then it came out with the New Deal, right? We're gonna put America back to work. That didn't apply to the black people. That didn't apply to us. So I want you to think about where you at right now. In 2020, 2016, here this black guy named Wallstreet teaching you to get into the crypto space, teaching you about finances, teaching you how to get your banking system together, teaching you about insurance, teaching you about creating 3 streams to 5 streams of cash flow. Here this guy teaching you all these different things to do, staying on the calls for hours in 2018, 2019, 2020, hours and hours, pouring myself into all of you. I'm pouring myself into you. I'm pouring myself into you. I'm reaching to you. I'm trying to get you to see the bigger picture. I'm trying to teach you why it's going to take you to have a no-lose attitude. You can't lose if you follow what I'm teaching you to do. And there's so many of you that came to the calls, did the training, but never took action. And now we are a year later, 2021, going in 2022, and now you in a worse situation than it was in 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. You remind me what happened in 1932, 33. You're going bankrupt and you don't even realize you're going bankrupt. The government is trying to give you stimulus checks as though that's the answer to your financial problems. That's not. Do y'all understand that right now you are in the midst of inflation? Do you see the food prices going up? They got all over the news. Do you know it costs more money to go food shopping? Oh, they literally 5 months ago, 6 months ago, we are not in inflation. That's what they said. We are not in inflation. Now they say, oh yeah, right now, yeah, we about 5% in inflation. That's a lie too. That's a lie. It's probably 9 to 12%. Who is it affecting? That 9 to 12% is for the white people. The blacks is somewhere in the 20 percentile. What does that mean? What does that really mean? What I'm saying right now, that there are more black people out of work trying to figure out, trying to drive for DoorDash, drive for Uber, just drive. They call it gigs. You're trying to get a gig so you can go make ends meet, and they taking half. Uber, DoorDash, they taking half of the salary. They was taking half of the tips. Oh my goodness. You tell me it's not a better way? You listen to them. Oh, I'm driving for Uber. Oh, I got to make some extra income. So I'm driving for Uber. I'm driving for DoorDash. I'm driving, all these other classes, Lyft, right? That's their mindset. I got to go get another job. I got to go do this part-time and go drive to make this other money. No, that's not the answer. The answer is education. The answer is, oh, wait a minute. Let me learn how to use this space called crypto. Let me reach out to the family so we create a family bank. Let's get this crypto going. Let's get this family bank going. Let's get this education so we can build more cash flow than we ever did before in this crisis. I hope I'm reaching you. See, they call this MLS, what is this? State of the Union. It's to wake you up. The cash flow is real in the MLS system. Cash flow, buying power. If you're not in MLS, you are in what they call an inflation system. What does that mean? Every dollar you make, if it's in fiat, is losing money because it's in fiat. It's losing money. It's losing value. If you're in crypto, you are in a deflationary system because everything around you is getting cheaper. Give you an example. I bought some Bitcoin at $486. Now it's at $57,000. What? Wait a minute. I bought some Bitcoin last year at $3,500. Now it's at $57,000. Could be going to 60, could be going to 65, 70, 80,000, 100,000. Who knows where it's going? Look at Michael Saylor. He's the biggest corporate entity out there right now that says, listen, I'm buying another $1 billion worth of it. I'm not scared that it's going to drop down to 3,500. I'm just going to buy some more because he knows where his whole insight says this is where it's going. But he's not saying nothing that I didn't tell you way before he only got started a year ago. We got started in 2016. And I've been preaching this ever since then. I'm on a bandwagon to financial freedom. Hopefully you join me and get on the bandwagon to financial freedom. We have to do this together. The education, marketing to our family, speak to our family from the heart, getting on Facebook, talk to a few people, start your Instagram, whatever you got, whatever your bag is, we got to get there. We got to get there. Changing your life is a system. If you want financial freedom, you got to learn how to do it or go to work, right? Go to work. Just keep going to work. Go to work, go to work, go to work, go to work. Just keep going to work. Go to work, go to work, go to work. Don't try to learn nothing new. You got it all figured out. You never made big money before, but you got it all figured out. And then you don't want to listen to nobody else. I'm sitting right here with you and you don't want to listen to anything I got to say. I'm a self-made millionaire. Self-made. Nobody in the family gave it to me. Nobody in the family taught me how to do it. I had to learn on my own. I had to learn it on my own. But now, not only did I learn it, I taught it, which means I got full understanding of what's going on. Full understanding. You need that full understanding as well. Right? Guys, there's a lot of people that would talk bad about me personally. Me. Talk bad about me. But one thing you can't say that all I try to do was help you. That's all I try to do is help you. Sometimes you can't help people. Sometimes you can't. I get it. I'm just going to keep being me. I'm being what they call my authentic self. And I'm just going to keep preaching and keep talking to you so that you get the message. Get the message. Take the message home. Hopefully it makes sense to you. With this last message, I'm going to say this to you with all my heart. I hope and pray that you take this information and don't just let it sit on the table. Take this information and get it out to the family. Have a meeting with the family. Ask them, plead with them. We got to start a family bank. If we don't, we're going to be at the mercy of the government. You are going to be the only person in your family to try to help all the members in your family, and you're going to run out of money. With that, I'm done. I'm going to turn it back over to Pamela.
All right, Wallstreet. Sound like you forgot who was here. I know I've been gone for a minute. But thank you again, Wallstreet. Always appreciate you sharing with us, you being real with us, you just pouring your heart out, You were talking about inflation, and I thought about it was about 2 weeks ago, and I sent my son to pick up some short ribs. Okay. I know some of y'all don't eat meat. I still do. Please forgive me. And when he went to the store, Wallstreet, the family pack, it used to be about 18 bucks. It was $28, $30, $32. He didn't buy them. He thought it was the wrong thing. I was like, no, they just higher. I mean, it is unbelievable. Chicken, everything is more expensive. Even some vegetables, You can I know there are times when you go and get a burger and they don't give you a tomato unless you ask for it. Okay? Because they're low on everything. A lot of them have signs up. They're low on coins, no change. It's a lot going on right now, guys. I've been sick now since August. And I'm going to tell you, the only reason why it's been this long is because the hospitals are full. Okay? I get flares all the time. And typically, I get admitted, and then I'm home in a week and doing much better. But because I was home without you can't, it's some medications you can't get when you're home, right, Wallstreet? They're too strong. That you can't give them to yourself, right? You have to be maintained. Last year I had a home nurse. Couldn't get one this year. Okay? So I literally have been just in the bed in tears. Okay? But my main point is just how things are really changing right now. And I think, I have actually lost count of how many people that were either friends, family, classmates, MLS members that have passed away. You know, I've lost count. I know it's past 10. I'm out of fingers. Okay? That's a lot. So what you don't want to do, and some people may be doing fine now, okay? But don't wait until you have no other choice to figure out what you're going to do. And that's what he's always trying to teach us. Don't wait until you need a stimulus check to do something about having your finances. We don't want to wait on that. Okay? Don't want to wait on that. So thanks again, Wallstreet. Guys, I do want to say I got a couple of things that I need to share with you guys, and then I'll let you go because we are already 4 minutes over. Number one, we're going to start having one person speak every Monday. Okay? And what we want to hear is, how has MLS affected your life? Okay? You're going to get about, 3 minutes or so. We don't want to go too long. All right? But I want to start hearing from people. We have some testimonials up on our YouTube page. Everybody should know the story right now from Lady Joe, how she's probably at 5 million now, because I know she was at a high 4 point something million on money that she's made from the education, okay? From the education, right? So we got several testimonials that are on our YouTube, but we want to start hearing from everyone, right? So what we're going to do is I'll put up in our Facebook group um, what we're looking for, and how, just kind of give it a structure to it, so you don't just get on here and start talking. We want to know how MLS has affected your life. Was it because of the education? Was it money that you made? You don't have to talk about how much. Y'all saw the post I put in the group today, right, where this student in London was killed because he was bragging about his crypto, right? Some of us have done it. I know I've been guilty of it, not being so excited about what MLS has done for me. Yeah, I have slipped and said how much I've made in a weekend, right? But guys, we got to start being careful, because unless you're walking around with a bodyguard, you might want to keep your mouth shut about how much you've made, right? Just got to be careful. But we do want to talk about how MLS can benefit others, okay? What has it done for you, okay? So we're going to start doing that as soon as next Monday, all right? So if you know you are interested in speaking, shoot me a quick message um, to support, not in my inbox, guys. Please don't do that, because I don't want y'all waiting on me to respond, and I don't check it that much, right? That's my personal inbox. If you want to send a message like that, then do it to the Facebook fan page, okay? The fan page. That way, other people will see it, just like with the ticket, so that you're not waiting on one person to respond. Okay. So send a message, let us know you're interested, and then we'll start lining them up. And yeah, that'll give us some excitement. People love hearing testimonials, right? And then we can start doing that every Monday. And then the other thing, I hate to not mention what's going on with the launch, right? We're a little frustrated about how long it's taking to complete things. But guys, just like everything else, you know, things are just being, COVID is affecting a lot of things. Okay. It is affecting a lot of things. So, yes, we are still launching our new website, our new comp plan, our new everything, right? New content. We are working on it all the time, every day, right? But we ran into hiccups. We ran into several things. But the good thing is we are nearing to finally get to the point to where we can say, okay, guys, we're ready to launch. But until we know for sure, we're not promising any more dates. No more dates, right? But I tell you what, you can still make money here now. And I want to congratulate Asada. Asada's been working. When I pull up the reports for top person for the month, Asada's still there. Top sponsor, top money earner, she's still there. Okay. It may not be a top 10 right now, because some people on a break, I guess. Some people are waiting for us to launch. But my bills are not going to wait for us to launch. So I said, Wallstreet, I got a strategy. And what I'm going to start doing, guys, and this is up to you if you want to do the same, right? I'm reaching out to some very sharp people. And it's like, hey, we're getting ready to launch our new system. So your sharp people, they know how to get in front of things like this, right? They know how to start setting up how they want to launch. These are people that are used to being there when a company is still on paper, when all you can do is fill out applications on paper, right? The website ain't even up yet. This is what I'm going to start doing, okay? I'm going to call them up. I'm going to let them know what we have to offer. I'm going to let them know, just like I tell you guys, the levels of education that we have to offer. Let them know how you're able to earn free crypto from our community, how the communities are set up, and you let them get in and position themselves. Those people that understand that, they will do it. They will get in front of it. Okay. And then when we launch, they got hundreds of people ready to sign up. But you got to get those leaders, those top people that understand getting in before the masses. Okay. So I just want to let y'all know that's my strategy. And if I got to do it all by myself, and I know I don't, because there's some of you that are on here every single week. Okay. And I know y'all are ready to go. I know y'all are ready to go. Okay. We're going to start doing more in our leadership group. Guys, I need some leaders to come and take over in these Mondays for me when I'm out, not feeling well. Okay? If you are ready to step up and help support Wallstreet on Monday nights, he's ready to have you. All right? So that's it for me, guys. I thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of the love. Thank you again, Asada, for continuing to lead the way. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and close it out, of course, with our MLS song. You guys have a great evening, and we will see you again on next week.
Cryptocurrency, 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 changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system, here to raise our financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew a worldwide currency. Only a few knew well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency, 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 changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system, here to raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are pacing the dirt 20 to 1. Call MLS system to have some fun. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
Good night, guys. See you next week. Bye-bye.